Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises. The man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his 4th season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray had his Arizona Cardinals cruising in 2021, leading them to 11 wins, despite sharing a division with both of the NFC title game participants. It was also Arizona's first playoff appearance since 2015. Like his team, Murray's improved each of the last 3 seasons and would have set career highs across the board had he not missed a couple of starts.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Brand, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. His throw incomplete. These Chiefs to start 2022, well, they were handed a very tough task by the schedule makers, not just in going on the road to face a Cardinal team that was 11-6 last year, but they're going to be the first team in NFL history to start a season with 8 consecutive games against teams that finished above 500 from the previous year. After today, Chargers, Colts, Bucks, Raiders, Bills, 49ers, Titans, and that doesn't even count that they play last year's Super Bowl teams, the Rams and Bengals, in the second half of the year. Able to find Gray here. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Murray now to throw. The catch made by Deion. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Murray a give. This is Connor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun now from Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here, punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Connor. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run here with Connor. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he's into the clear. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touch.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Prater's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. We're trailing here in the first half. Still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
The Chiefs offense set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
First down pickup by McCole Hardman, and this season is really his big chance to emerge and break out. Last 3 years, he's been second fiddle among KC's track star receivers, but with Tyreek Hill gone now, this is McCole Hardman's opportunity to take on a bigger role in the offense.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Connor up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Got a man. It's McBride complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Trey McBride
with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-17. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. This will be fielded inside to 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A gain there of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, here's the 2022 draft class for Kansas City, and some extra selections for them in this year's draft, CD. And you notice that for a team that obviously has been very good on offense for a while, they really focused on defense in this draft class.
Yeah, and they were able to focus on offense during free agency, although they did bring in receiver Sky Moore in the second round to help fill the void at that position. But you're right about the defensive side of the ball. Cornerback Trent McDuffie, the 21st overall pick. Defensive end George Karlaftis, the 30th overall pick. And safety Brian Cook in the second round. And one of my favorite players.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Noah Gray. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Murray. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Noah Gray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw is Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Returning it is Moore. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On 1st down, Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is, this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw, it's Murray.
That's complete to McBride. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
Murray now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. Flush to his right. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at it.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
67 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in midseason form here in the opener. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 24, Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ronald Jones. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first and 10, here's Murray. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So we've reached halftime here.
Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. Henny. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Now a give. This is McKinnon.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now Henne. And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Tershawn Wharton
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Operating from the gun, Murray flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Murray's throw complete to McBride.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
This from 36 yards out. Prater's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here they'll give him a... And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
A give running right is counter. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Prater's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And a catch made by Hopkins.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He's got Green.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Murray. He finds Hopkins complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray dancing to his left. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or 2 about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it. Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground. And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner. Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just got it beside themselves right now. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it. You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled? A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. First down, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, and that's complete. It's Green here. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. It'll be Murray on the keeper. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Murray being chased out left. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward? But for him, high and tight, just like a good haircut. Never go wrong that way. Hold that football.
This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Buechele. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. After the sack on first down, Murray complete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Murray.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire to about the 26 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. To Connor on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44, Murray. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Moore on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here again is McKinnon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now McKinnon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Chiefs, it's a fantastic start as they roll to